Welcome to the world of J Cat, where thrills meet tenderness in a captivating blend of sexy, excitement and romance. Hosted by the adventurous Jay Bahari, this hip podcast invites listeners to embark on exhilarating journeys filled with captivating stories and heartfelt moments. Each episode explores the intriguing intersections of adventure and love, transporting you to breathtaking romance and inspiring tales that will leave you yearning for your own escapades. Whether you're a seasoned traveler, a hopeless romantic, or simply someone who appreciates a great story, J Cat Adventures promises a delightful escape into the extraordinary, sparking your imagination and igniting your wanderlust. Tune in and let the adventures begin.
Hi, I am your host Jay Bahari. Let's go! J Cat, voice of seduction. The neon lights of Monte Carlo shimmered against the inky night, casting vibrant reflections on the sleek curves of J Cat's Jaguar XJ220. The car, an epitome of speed and sophistication, glided effortlessly through the narrow streets of the city. Its powerful engine roared softly, a growl that seemed to resonate with J Cat's own confident demeanor. Tonight was more than just another adventure, it was a test of both skill and style. J Cat, the quintessential international agent with a reputation for both charm and ruthlessness, had been tracking a particularly elusive adversary, one who had managed to stay just out of reach. His attire, as always, was impeccable, a tailored suit that spoke of both authority and allure, paired with a sharp tie and polished shoes that reflected his every step. His style was as deliberate as his actions, every detail of his appearance was calculated to exude power and sophistication. The night's pursuit had led him through the labyrinthine streets and upscale venues of Monte Carlo, where every corner held secrets and every shadow could be hiding a clue. His target was a high-profile art thief known for leaving behind a trail of misleading information. J Cat's mission was clear: capture the thief before they vanished into the anonymity of the city. The chase had taken him to the edge of the city, where the sleek lines of his Jaguar stood out against the darkened alleyways. The adrenaline was palpable, fueling J Cat's every move. The thrill of the hunt was matched only by the allure of the city itself. He had a reputation for not just getting the job done but making it look effortless and stylish. As he navigated through the bustling nightlife, his earpiece crackled with updates from his informants. They had managed to track the thief to an opulent casino, where high stakes and even higher risks were the order of the night. J Cat's eyes were sharp, scanning the crowd with the precision of a hawk. His charm was as much a weapon as his skills. He mingled effortlessly, gathering information and making subtle inquiries that drew the attention of those who knew more than they let on. The casino's opulence was a stark contrast to the gritty reality of J Cat's mission. He moved through the crowd with a suave confidence, every step measured and every glance deliberate. His ability to blend into high society while remaining acutely aware of his surroundings was a testament to his training and experience. He approached the bar with a purposeful stride, catching the eye of a particularly well-dressed woman who seemed to be more than just another casino patron. "Evening," he said smoothly, his voice a mix of charm and authority. "I hear the stakes are as high as the risk tonight. Care to share any insights with a well-dressed gentleman?" The woman's eyes sparkled with intrigue, clearly taken by J Cat's magnetic presence. "Depends on how much you're willing to risk," she replied with a playful smile. Their conversation was brief but revealing. The woman, a well-connected socialite, hinted at a secret meeting later that night, one that could potentially lead J Cat to his quarry. The information was cryptic but promising, a key to unlocking the next phase of the hunt. With renewed determination, J Cat made his way back to his Jaguar XJ220, the car a perfect blend of elegance and raw power. The drive to the meeting location was swift, the engine's roar a symphony of speed as he maneuvered through the city streets. His mind was sharp, focused on the possibility of finally cornering his elusive adversary. The meeting location was a secluded villa on the outskirts of the city, its grandeur contrasting with its isolation. J Cat approached with caution, the shadows of the night offering both concealment and cover. He parked the Jaguar discreetly, its sleek form blending seamlessly into the surroundings. As he approached the villa, his senses were heightened, every sound and movement scrutinized with the precision of a seasoned operative. Inside the villa, the air was thick with tension. J Cat's target, the art thief, was there, engaged in a clandestine transaction with a group of shady figures. J Cat's entry was as smooth as his approach. He moved with the grace of a predator, his presence a disruption to the planned exchange. The confrontation was swift and decisive, J Cat's no-nonsense attitude on full display as he subdued the criminals with a mix of skill and style. The aftermath was a testament to J Cat's expertise. With the art thief in custody and the criminal network dismantled, the knight's work was complete. As he returned to his Jaguar XJ220, his demeanor was a blend of satisfaction and relaxed confidence. The hunt had been intense, but the thrill of the chase and the satisfaction of a job well done were all part of his allure. As he drove away, the lights of Monte Carlo fading into the distance, J-Cat's thoughts turned to the promise of a well-earned reward. The night had been a showcase of his prowess, both in the heat of the hunt and in the elegant embrace of his luxurious car. His reputation as a ladies' man and a formidable agent was intact, and the allure of the next adventure beckoned on the horizon. Monte Carlo, with its glittering nightlife and opulent scenery, had proven a playground for J-Cat. Yet, beneath the layers of sophistication and high-stakes excitement, there was another side to him, a side that thrived on the waves. The sleek, aerodynamic curves of his Jaguar XJ220 were not the only things that made him stand out. His prowess on a surfboard was just as formidable, though it was a secret to those who only knew him from the world of international intrigue and high fashion. The night had been a whirlwind of action and charm, but as the first light of dawn painted the sky in hues of gold and pink, J-Cat was already preparing for a different kind of thrill. The hunt had concluded successfully, but his day was far from over. He had a new challenge in mind, one that would take him from the urban jungle of Monte Carlo to the natural beauty of the ocean. As the city slowly stirred awake, J-Cat drove his Jaguar XJ220 to a secluded beach known only to those in the know. The road snaked through the coastal landscape, the air growing saltier with each mile. J-Cat's thoughts shifted from the night's excitement to the exhilarating rush of surfing. The beach, with its perfect waves and inviting surf, was a stark contrast to the sophisticated allure of Monte Carlo. Arriving at the beach, J-Cat was greeted by the sight of pristine waves rolling toward the shore. He slipped out of his tailored suit and into a sleek wetsuit that hugged his athletic frame. His fashion sense was impeccable even in the realm of surfing. The wetsuit, though functional, was designed to highlight his physique and maintain his signature style. He carried his surfboard, an extension of his persona, down to the water's edge. The board, customized to his specifications, was as much a work of art as it was a tool of performance. J-Cat's skill on the surfboard was legendary among those who shared the waves with him. His movements were fluid and precise, each wave a new opportunity to showcase his prowess. As he paddled out, the transition from the high-octane world of espionage to the serene rhythm of the ocean was seamless. The water was cool and invigorating, a perfect contrast to the heat of the night's hunt. J-Cat's focus was absolute, his body moving in perfect harmony with the waves. He caught his first wave with the grace of a seasoned professional, carving through the water with a fluidity that spoke to his years of experience. The sun rose higher, casting a warm glow over the ocean. J-Cat rode wave after wave with effortless style, his every maneuver a testament to his mastery of the surf. His companion, who had followed him to the beach, watched from the shore, captivated by the sight of him in his element. To her, he was not just the charming and enigmatic agent but also a man who could transform the surf into his personal stage. After a morning of exhilarating surfing, J-Cat and his companion relaxed on the beach, the sun warming their skin. They shared a quiet moment, the intensity of the previous night fading into a tranquil calm. The contrast between the high-stakes world of espionage and the laid-back freedom of surfing was striking, and it was clear that J-Cat thrived on both. As the day drew to a close, J-Cat drove back to their retreat in the Jaguar XJ220. The car's engine purred smoothly, a satisfying reminder of the power and speed that defined both his work and his passions. His demeanor was a blend of satisfaction and relaxation, the thrill of the hunt and the joy of surfing creating a perfect balance in his life. Back at the retreat, J-Cat prepared a meal for them, his culinary skills as impressive as his surf and spy abilities. The evening was spent in the warmth of the cabin, their conversation flowing easily as they reflected on the day's adventures. J-Cat's charm was as evident as ever, his words both powerful and seductive as he spoke of the thrill of the waves and the allure of the night's pursuit. In the end, the heat of the hunt had been matched only by the exhilaration of the surf. For J-Cat, the duality of his life, charming international agent by night and expert surfer by day, was not just a testament to his diverse skills but a reflection of his relentless pursuit of excitement and elegance. As they settled in for the night, the promise of new adventures loomed on the horizon, the world ready to be conquered by the man who thrived in the heat of the hunt in the cool embrace of the ocean. The first rays of dawn began to pierce through the soft morning mist, casting a golden sheen over Monte Carlo's coastline. J-Cat, having just returned from a thrilling surf session that showcased his prowess on the waves, was ready to switch gears. The exhilaration from the surf had invigorated him, but there was another pressing matter to address. The excitement of the hunt had only just begun. Back at the cabin, J-Cat and his companion enjoyed a leisurely breakfast, the warmth of their conversation contrasting with the cool morning air. The scent of freshly brewed coffee and pastries filled the cabin, creating an atmosphere of relaxed intimacy. Yet, J-Cat's mind was already shifting to his next mission. His earpiece crackled with a new set of information from his contacts. A whisper from a reliable source had revealed a disturbing plot that threatened the city he had recently protected. The plan was to extort the mayor of Monte Carlo, a high-profile individual whose influence was crucial to maintaining order and stability in the city. The information was sketchy but ominous, suggesting a scheme that could unravel the city's delicate balance. J-Cat's demeanor shifted from relaxed to intense, his focus narrowing as he absorbed the details. The extortion plot was sophisticated, involving a network of corrupt officials and underworld operatives. It was clear that the stakes were high, and the implications for the city were dire. He had to act quickly to prevent the plot from coming to fruition and ensure that the mayor remained safe from harm. Determined to uncover the full extent of the plot, J-Cat decided to leverage his charm and connections to gather more information. He and his companion set out for the heart of Monte Carlo, where the political and social elite mingled in high-profile venues. J-Cat's reputation preceded him, and his presence in these circles was both influential and discreet. Their first stop was a lavish gala, an event frequented by the city's elite. J-Cat's entrance was marked by a confident stride and an aura of sophistication. His tailored suit, perfectly fitted, drew admiring glances, and his charismatic demeanor made him the center of attention. He moved through the crowd with ease, engaging in casual conversations while subtly probing for information. It wasn't long before J-Cat's efforts bore fruit. Through a series of discreet inquiries and a bit of calculated charm, he uncovered a lead pointing to a clandestine meeting later that evening. The meeting was rumored to involve key figures in the extortion scheme, and J-Cat knew it was crucial to attend and gather further intel. As the evening approached, J-Cat and his companion arrived at an opulent, secluded villa. The location, known for its discretion, was the perfect setting for secretive dealings. They parked the Jaguar XJ220 at a discreet distance, its sleek form blending into the shadows. J-Cat's sharp eyes scanned the surroundings, assessing potential threats and escape routes. Inside the villa, the atmosphere was charged with tension. The meeting was in full swing, with several high-ranking officials and shadowy figures gathered around a conference table. J-Cat slipped into the room with practiced stealth, his presence unnoticed as he positioned himself to overhear the conversation. The plot was even more elaborate than he had imagined, involving fabricated evidence and bribery to coerce the mayor into compliance. J-Cat's mind raced as he pieced together the details. The extortionists planned to use the fabricated evidence to blackmail the mayor, forcing him to make decisions that would benefit their criminal enterprise. The plan was nefarious, but J-Cat was determined to stop it. He needed to act swiftly to thwart the scheme and ensure the safety of the mayor and the city. Using his keen intellect and strategic prowess, J-Cat formulated a plan to expose the extortionists and dismantle their operation. He discreetly recorded the conversation and gathered evidence that would serve as a crucial tool in bringing the criminals to justice. His companion, ever resourceful, helped coordinate their exit as J-Cat prepared to take the next steps. Back at their safe house, J-Cat reviewed the evidence and crafted a strategy for revealing the plot. The information was explosive, and he knew it needed to be handled with care to avoid tipping off the extortionists. He contacted his trusted allies and set in motion a plan to expose the scheme and protect the mayor. The following morning, J-Cat and his companion returned to the city, their mission complete. The mayor was informed of the plot and taken to a secure location while J-Cat's allies worked to apprehend the extortionists. The city, once again, was safe from the threat that had loomed over it. As the sun set over Monte Carlo, J-Cat and his companion took a moment to reflect on their successful mission. The night had been intense, but their teamwork and resourcefulness had prevailed. J-Cat's no-nonsense attitude had ensured that justice was served, and his charm and style had left a lasting impression. They celebrated their victory with a quiet dinner, the ambience of the evening reflecting both their success and their connection. J-Cat's confidence was evident as he spoke of their adventure, his words both powerful and seductive. The night was a testament to his abilities as an agent, a protector, and a man of style. As they settled in for the night, the promise of new challenges and adventures lingered on the horizon. J-Cat's dual life, balancing high-stakes espionage with the thrill of the surf, continued to define him, and the allure of both worlds made every moment of his journey an exciting and elegant pursuit. The morning sun bathed Monte Carlo in a warm, golden light, a serene backdrop for the aftermath of the previous night's high-stakes drama. J-Cat and his companion had enjoyed a peaceful breakfast at their retreat, the calm a stark contrast to the chaos of the extortion plot they had narrowly thwarted. But just as the city began to stir with the promise of a new day, J-Cat's earpiece crackled with urgent news that would throw their world back into turmoil. The message was direct and unsettling. The mayor's brother-in-law, a seemingly upstanding businessman, had been identified as a key player in the extortion scheme. Not only was he involved, but he was also on the verge of a significant payday, one that would reward his complicity in the plot. This revelation was both shocking and infuriating. J-Cat knew that if they didn't act quickly, the brother-in-law could escape with the illicit profits and further destabilize the city. J-Cat's demeanor shifted from relaxed to laser-focused as he absorbed the new information. The brother-in-law's involvement added a layer of complexity to the case, and it was clear that he was deeply entrenched in the criminal network. The stakes had been raised, and J-Cat had to navigate this new threat with the same blend of skill and style that defined him. Determined to uncover the full extent of the brother-in-law's plans and prevent the payday from happening, J-Cat and his companion set out once again. The sleek lines of the Jaguar XJ220 roared to life, cutting through the streets of Monte Carlo with effortless speed. The city's luxurious facade belied the tension that was about to unfold. Their first stop was the brother-in-law's high-end office, a towering structure of glass and steel that symbolized his apparent success. J-Cat, ever the master of blending in, approached the building with a mix of confidence and discretion. He knew that any overt action could alert the brother-in-law and his associates, so he opted for a more subtle approach. Inside the office, J-Cat's charm and expertise allowed him to gain access to key areas without raising suspicion. His interactions with the staff were smooth and calculated, his questions probing yet casual. Through a series of well-placed inquiries and discreet observations, he gathered intelligence on the brother-in-law's recent activities and financial transactions. The investigation led J-Cat to a secure vault within the office, a location rumored to house the evidence of the brother-in-law's illicit dealings. With his usual precision, J-Cat bypassed the security measures and accessed the vault, uncovering documents that detailed the extent of the extortion scheme and the imminent payday. The documents were damning, revealing a detailed plan to launder the extorted funds through a series of shell companies and offshore accounts. The brother-in-law's role was pivotal, and his imminent payday would be the final piece of the puzzle that secured his place in the criminal network. J-Cat knew he had to act swiftly to prevent the transaction and bring the brother-in-law to justice. With the evidence in hand, J-Cat returned to his companion, who had been monitoring the situation from a safe location. They reviewed the documents and formulated a strategy to expose the brother-in-law and thwart the payday. Their plan involved a coordinated operation with local authorities to arrest the brother-in-law before he could finalize the transaction. As the operation unfolded, J-Cat and his companion watched from a discreet vantage point. The brother-in-law, unaware of the impending raid, was preparing for what he believed would be his big moment. J-Cat's pulse quickened as the authorities moved in, their timing crucial to ensuring the success of the mission. The raid was executed with precision. The brother-in-law was apprehended, and the illicit funds were seized before they could be transferred. The operation was a success, and the criminal network's scheme was dealt a significant blow. J-Cat's role in the mission had been pivotal, his no-nonsense attitude and skill ensuring that justice was served. Back at their retreat, J-Cat and his companion took a moment to unwind. The night had been intense, but their teamwork and determination had prevailed. As they settled into a quiet evening, their conversation was filled with a sense of accomplishment and relief. J-Cat's charm was evident as he recounted the events of the day, his words both powerful and seductive. The day's events had tested J-Cat's abilities and resolve, but they had also strengthened his bond with his companion. The thrill of the hunt, the challenge of the investigation, and the satisfaction of a mission accomplished had all contributed to the allure of his dual life. As they enjoyed their time together, the promise of new adventures and challenges lingered on the horizon, ready to be embraced by the man who thrived in the heat of the hunt and the calm of the surf. The glimmering morning sun heralded a new day in Monte Carlo, its rays dancing over the lush greens of the prestigious golf course where J-Cat had been invited. The mayor himself had extended the invitation, a gesture of gratitude for J-Cat's role in thwarting the extortion plot that had threatened the city. The prospect of a round of golf and a luxurious lunch was an enticing one, and J-Cat, always adept at navigating both high-stakes negotiations and social intricacies, accepted with a mix of curiosity and charm. J-Cat arrived at the golf course in his usual style, impeccably dressed in a tailored golfing ensemble that exuded sophistication. His presence was a striking contrast against the serene backdrop of the manicured greens and azure sky. As he stepped out of his sleek Jaguar XJ220, he felt a sense of both anticipation and intrigue. The mayor had been a key figure in the recent crisis, and this invitation was clearly a gesture of goodwill, but J. Cat's instincts told him there might be more to the meeting than met the eye. The mayor greeted J. Cat warmly, his demeanor both gracious and polished. They exchanged pleasantries as they made their way to the first tee, the sound of the golf balls being struck and the gentle rustle of the breeze creating a relaxing ambience. The game began with casual conversation, but J. Cat's perceptive nature was attuned to the underlying currents of the discussion. As they played, the mayor's questions subtly steered the conversation toward J. Cat's views on leadership, governance, and his vision for the future. J. Cat's responses were as measured as his golf swing. He was engaging yet noncommittal, his words a blend of wit and insight that reflected his experience in high-stakes situations. The mayor, however, seemed increasingly focused on steering the dialogue toward a specific goal. It became clear that the golf game was not just a casual outing but a carefully orchestrated effort to gauge J. Cat's potential interest in a new role, one that involved stepping into the political arena. By the time they reached the clubhouse for lunch, the conversation had shifted from casual to more pointed. The mayor expressed his admiration for J. Cat's skills and contributions, praising his ability to navigate complex situations with both style and effectiveness. Over a gourmet lunch, served with the finest wine and accompanied by panoramic views of the course, the mayor broached the subject directly. He spoke of an upcoming election and the possibility of J. Cat running for office. J. Cat listened with a composed demeanor, his mind racing as he considered the implications of the offer. The mayor's pitch was compelling, highlighting the impact J. Cat could have on the city's future given his unique blend of charm, intelligence, and strategic prowess. It was an opportunity to influence change on a grand scale, but it was also a significant departure from his current life of espionage and adventure. The conversation was not without its persuasive flair. The mayor painted a picture of J. Cat as a transformative figure who could bring a fresh perspective to the political landscape. Yet, J. Cat's no-nonsense attitude and instinctive skepticism reminded him to weigh the offer carefully. He knew that accepting such a role would mean leaving behind the thrill of his current life for the complexities of political life. As they finished their meal, J. Cat's mind was a whirl of considerations. The prospect of political office was intriguing but also fraught with its own challenges and compromises. He thanked the mayor for the offer, his tone respectful but non-committal. The game of golf had been enjoyable, and the lunch was exquisite, but the conversation had made one thing clear: this was not merely an opportunity to be savored but a decision to be pondered. The mayor seemed satisfied with J. Cat's response, though he remained hopeful. As J. Cat departed in his Jaguar XJ220, the serene drive back to the retreat provided a moment of reflection. The beauty of the course and the luxury of the lunch were stark contrasts to the gritty, high-stakes world of espionage he knew so well. The decision ahead was significant, and J. Cat's instincts told him to take his time. That evening, back at the cabin, J. Cat and his companion discussed the day's events. The prospect of running for political office was both exhilarating and daunting, and it was clear that J. Cat's next move would shape the course of his future. As the sun set over Monte Carlo, casting a warm glow over the tranquil surroundings, J. Cat knew that whatever decision he made, it would be made with the same blend of style, strategy, and no-nonsense attitude that defined him. The allure of the surf, the thrill of the hunt, and the elegance of high society all coalesced in J. Cat's life, creating a tapestry of experiences that were both diverse and captivating. As he contemplated the offer, he was reminded that every choice he made was a reflection of his true self, an enigmatic blend of charm, power, and adventure. And that's a wrap on this episode of J. Cat Adventures. I hope you've enjoyed the journey and the excitement. Don't forget to subscribe or simply get in touch with me by video call, or audio text chat. Let me know if you enjoyed the show. I would love to know what you think about J. Cat Adventures. Until next time, keep your spirit of adventure alive, and remember, the world is full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. This is Jay Bahari, signing off. Stay curious, stay bold, and keep exploring. Also, you can find J. Cat products at www.jcatadventures.com and at Amazon.